Welcome back. It's a big Thursday here. We always talk about movies each Thursday with our expert, Jim Hunter. But today, Jim, is kind of the beginning of your holiday season.
Yeah, this is my holiday season. I think you compared it earlier to the Super Bowl for me, and that's exactly right. This is the award season. The movie award season is my Super Bowl, so I'm really excited to bring you the Golden Globe nominations. A brief correction. Earlier, I said that Black Panther only had 2 nominations. It has 3: Best Song, Best Score, and Best Picture Drama.
Wow. I mean, that's one of those things I think a lot of us knew Black Panther would be just a big movie this year, but it continues to make money, and now continuing to be nominated for awards. It's kind of first little group here with the Golden Globes. What other movies were making those award nominations a few hours ago?
Five nominations for A Star Is Born. This is a both critical and audience hit. The album is like #1 on Billboard, or has been #1 on Billboard, and this film is continuing to do fairly well at the box office week to week. This pulls in nominations for Best Director, Best Actress. Best Director and Actor are Bradley Cooper, I should say, and Best Actress, Lady Gaga. Best Song, Shallow, which I'm sure everybody has heard and cried to, and Best Picture, Best Drama. This is the subject of a snub, though, because Sam Elliott was rumored to be a Best Supporting Actor contender, and he did not get a Best Supporting Actor nomination.
Well, let's talk about the next movie that's winning awards. And a lot of these, I think, Jim, I would say are predictable, but it's only because you told me they would win some of these awards. So what's our next movie that seems to kind of rack up some of these nominations?
Next movie is Green Book. This is a film that just arrived in Evansville last week or the week before.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Yeah, last week. This pulled in 5 nominations. This is tied for the most nominations, 5. Best Actor, Viggo Mortensen. Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali. Is Best Director and Best Picture, and Best Writing. So maybe I'm mistaken. There might be, no, there's 5. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it's one of those things where each year you kind of have a couple movies where across the board, every major aspect of it gets nominated, both the Oscars and Golden Globes. So it looks like both of these movies, A Star Is Born and Green Book, are the ones that across the board that critics and people who are nominating to these awards love. What's our next movie? Are those the 2 front runners, then it kind of drops down a little bit?
Yeah, those are 2 that are leading the nominations. I think Roma is going to make a bigger push once Oscar season hits, but we'll see. The next one that I did want to talk about, this hasn't arrived in Evansville yet. This is going to be a fan favorite. It's Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah, of course.
Probably one of the most delightful movies of the year, according to many of the critics. I haven't seen it yet because it's not out yet. But Best Actress, Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. Best Actor, Lin-Manuel Miranda takes a nomination. Best Picture and Best Score.
Wow, so and that is a Disney movie, obviously, right? So that one is winning a lot of awards, but there's another Disney movie that's winning awards too, or at least being nominated, right? I mean, kind of Disney.
Like all of them are Disney. Like Disney owns most of everything right now.
So Mary Poppins has done really well. What's another movie we've got that's doing good?
I wanted to highlight this. This is one of my favorite films of the year. 8th Grade. Elsie Fisher. She's 15 years old, and she takes home a Best Actress in a musical comedy. She gives such an endearing, wonderful performance. I am really happy to see. This is one of the things about it. A lot of people complain about award shows. This is one of the good things about award shows, is that it's able to highlight the work of young rising stars like Elsie Fisher, and it's able to highlight movies like 8th Grade, which I think is one of the best films of the year. So I'm happy that this film got a little love from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
Well, it's a movie called 8th Grade, and it finally looks like an 8th grader is playing an 8th grader.
Yes.
It looks that way instead of some of the 30-year-olds that used to play high schoolers back on the TV shows in the 90s.
Right, yeah. Elsie Fisher she's 15. She was in 8th grade. She had just graduated 8th grade when Bo Burnham cast her in this film, and she is absolutely amazing in this role. So she probably won't win Best Actress. She's up against Lady Gaga, but I'm happy to see that a nomination has sort of shined shined a light on this movie, which I think a lot of people should see, and probably was overlooked during the summer, during all those big blockbusters that were coming out.
Do we have any other movies you want to talk about as far as the nominations that either you thought did exactly what they were going to, or maybe didn't do as well?
I'm not. Another snub was Toni Collette for Hereditary.
Right.
One of the things that I was looking for was whether or not the awards voters would remember some of the films from the summer. Black Panther, they remembered, but they must have forgot about Toni Collette in Hereditary, because she was an early contender for Best Actress for me. It's unfortunate that she was not nominated as well.
Do you have a couple winners in your mind you think that are going to be no doubters already?
I think that A Star is Born is going to do really well. I think Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are front runners for Best Actor and Best Actress. I'm also interested in Vice. Vice did very well.
That's the movie that's coming out about Dick Cheney, right?
Correct. Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney. Sam Rockwell, both nominated, plays George W. Bush. And Adam McKay got nominations for both writing and directing, and the film got a Best Comedy nomination. So Vice is going to be another one to watch as well.
Jim Hunter, proving why he's our movie expert, keeping us up to date. I'm excited to have you here, Jim. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday. He'll be talking about more movies throughout this award season. Happy holidays to you. It has a double meaning right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is my holiday season.